Alrighty, it is 7 minutes past 11. A very good morning to you as always. It is the most entertaining, the most exciting, and the most informative show on radio. It's the midday show with me, Ifunaya. And on Tuesdays, we usually start the show in such a very exciting note and upbeat note because I always have the evicted BBNAIJA housemates in the studio with me. And it's a full house today. I have on my left the gorgeous Baj,
Hey
Tolani Baj. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And Wathoni with her gorgeous dimples.
Oh, thank you.
Hi.
I'm good.
And the instigator. BrightO! How are you? How are you guys doing?
Fine, thank you. Very fine.
I'm glad to have you guys in the studio. You left the house just over the weekend. How is the overall feeling for you guys?
For me, it's overwhelming right now. I think we have a lot to do, a lot of work to get done. I'm still trying to balance a little bit, but it's still kind of tough. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get used to this new life.
Indeed, just a
Yes,
new life.
It was very confusing for me when I got evicted, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Life goes on, so yeah,
Oh my
that's how I
God.
feel.
What about you, attorney?
So far it's been crazy because I've seen a lot of backlash and I'm bothered, but yeah, it's been crazy.
It has. BrightO!
Yeah. When I had my name, I was shocked and surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now, I think I'm over it. I'm trying to get used to the system and everything. So I think I'm cool now. Yes.
And the three of you have a huge fan base. Yeah, I mean, just coming out of the house, seeing the love and seeing how many people were rooting for you. Because I said something, the truth is you guys were trending on social media. That's a given.
Okay.
But I did say something when you guys were evicted because it was a shocker to a lot of people. I was like, the voting doesn't happen on Twitter. If you don't vote, nothing's going to happen.
Word.
So the fact that you guys left the house doesn't mean that you are the least popular people.
Correct.
So I just hope you guys have that in mind
Yeah.
because you did entertain us a whole lot.
Thank you.
Now, Baj, with the intro that you gave to us, the very beginning when you got into the house, everyone was like, oh, Baj.
Yeah.
But that first week, it just seemed as if you were under the radar. Is there a particular reason for that?
So I began this question a lot, but
Okay.
I did give a very gingered intro
Oh,
because
yeah,
that's
you
who I
did.
am naturally. But when I got into a space with 19 other people, I just had to hold back. Not intentionally, I just felt like I needed to observe. I'm not the kind of person that likes see finish. I mean, nobody likes see finish now.
Of course.
So I didn't feel the need to show everybody who I was in the first week because in my mind I'm like, I know I'll be here next week and I could unleash something else and show them another side of me. So that was the ginger that I took into the house. So
Okay.
I'm sorry if I disappointed anybody, but I don't have any regrets.
I like that. You don't
Yeah.
have any regrets. Now,
No.
just speaking about regrets, I know that at the beginning you had mentioned that there was a media house that you had submitted your resume to.
Okay.
So with that media house, have you done any interview with them yet? And do you still need an apology from them?
So, I mean, it would be nice
Yeah.
to get a public apology because I felt very embarrassed going there with this whole pedestal that I had placed them on.
Yeah.
All I needed was just to get on a show, banter, and that was it.
Yes.
But I just felt like that media house was kind of unprofessional with it. It's not something that I would want to continue to talk about because I feel like it's dead and gone. If they were to ever reach out to me, I mean, I think I'll think it through if I want to work with them.
Yeah.
But who really knows? I think I'm happy where I am right now. I can't even be holding grudges, to be fair, because at this point I don't have anything to lose.
Yeah.
But I just would like media houses to stop looking down on people because you just never know tomorrow.
I like that. And I mean,
Yeah.
look at you now.
Period.
All right, Wathoni, before we get back to Tolani Baj, Wathoni, people would want to know, did you go into the house for the money or for love? What really did you get into the house for?
Of course I went for the money. I don't know where this narrative is coming from.
Yeah.
So I didn't go there to look for man and then try one and if it fails try another. That wasn't what happened. And those that know me know that that's not what happened and I'm fine with that. So
Yeah.
whatever other people think, I don't know where the narrative came from.
Okay,
But
just speaking about, try one and then if it doesn't work out, try the other. At the beginning, the very first truth or dare that happened in the house, which you guys just killed our ginger, it was just one day and it was like, oh, everybody's going to bed.
yeah, they used me for test run.
Pele. So, with that, and you kissed Kidwire. And then the next time they had asked Kidwire to pick, a girl who he wanted to kiss. And he picked Erica. How did
Who he wanted to date.
To date, I
Yeah.
beg your pardon. So how did you feel about that?
I didn't feel shit. I was only attracted to
Hey,
him, and that's
we're not in
it.
BBNAIJA house, so this is NBC will come after you.
I didn't feel anything, honestly. I didn't feel anything. And I keep saying it. I didn't like him. I didn't have feelings for him in the way people are thinking. I need to stress it because I didn't feel anything.
So what would you say influenced that dramatic, outburst between you and Erica?
What happened with me and Erica was a mixture of so many things apart from the whole Kidwire thing. From her part. But from my part, there was nothing really. In all honesty, there was nothing. But I'm happy that we're in a good place now. And the last thing she said to me is she's happy that we resolved our issue. And I'm totally happy with that. And that's it about me and Erica.
So no bad blood whatsoever?
No, none.
Well, fantastic. And I know, during that fight, we did hear a few things that she said, especially making reference to your child. How did that make you feel?
Yeah, I really felt bad. And then I took my time to think about it. And I'm like, my son would actually be fine with the fact that I don't keep whatever she said in mind and just let it go. I can't allow myself get angry for too long about it. It didn't make sense, so I just let it go.
Yeah. And with because you have a very interesting a story of conceiving, your conception story of your son, because I know that I had spoken about your story before, even before you went into BBNAIJA, and so just shockingly it happened to be you. So with you telling people that story and people that still don't believe that was how you conceived, what goes through your mind when they don't believe you?
Nothing. My person is I'm fine with having, even if it's just a little army that loves me.
Yes.
That's what keeps me going. If you don't believe what I say, I honestly, I won't say I don't care, but I honestly don't know what to say about it. So you don't believe, and that's fine. That's your opinion. I've spoken my truth, and that's what matters to me. I am not lying to myself, and that's everything for me. So it is what it is.
Very interestingly, that first time that your story came to light before BBNAIJA, I think I actually had a doctor in the studio. It influenced or inspired a health segment on my show that actually did explain how possible that is. So I'm sure the people that are willing to listen and understand know that it is definitely possible.
Yeah.
All right, BrightO.
Yes.
See all the different titles they've given you. Instigator, Littlefinger. Do you embrace these titles with your chest, or do you object to any of the titles?
With my chest.
With your chest.
Who am I? Memota.
So people want to know what really was your strategy. Let's even start with the conversation that you had with Tolani Baj. Remember when you were having a conversation with Tolani Baj about Tochi, and Tolani said, listen, nothing can happen between Tochi and I. And then it seemed like you went to go and tell Tochi, apply pressure, that Tolani likes people that apply pressure. What was the goal with that conversation?
Of course, now I wanted him to apply more pressure and see if something could work out. That's just it. Yes.
But from the conversation with Tolani Baj, did you think that she expected Tochi to apply pressure?
I think every lady wants the guy to apply pressure, show interest and all that. So I think if that was why I actually gave that advice about apply pressure. Maybe something will happen. Yes.
Okay, let's even move on to Lekon. When you were trying to advise Lekon how maybe you should go about this Erica situation, saying, go to her bedside, tell her good night. How do you think that your advice worked out for Lekon?
The thing is, I've had several conversations with Lekon before that time and all that. And when I saw the mood I saw, I met Lekon at that particular time. He was down and all that, so he needed someone to talk to. And I think he's not willing to let the whole thing go. So that was why I asked him to apply pressure.
Apply pressure.
You understand? Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Apply pressure.
It seemed like a lot of highlights that you gave us came from the conversations that you had in that house, right? Let's even talk about the conversation you had with Kidwire about Praise's fiance. Where did you get that Praise's fiance was 60 plus?
Like I said, I had conversation with Praise, and probably two other housemates when he said something about it. that his fiance is way older than him. So I wasn't sad about the age. But
So
60,
you said
so 60, 50, 40.
What?
That's all the same.
Of all the ages, 60.
It can be 70. So
Oh,
actually 60.
goodness.
So
All right, T-Bad, let's talk about your relationship in the house. Currently, what is the relationship status between you and Prince?
So with Prince, I think I made it clear that we speak different love languages.
Okay.
I told him twice that we should try to be friends first before trying to pursue anything.
Yeah.
But he insisted that, we keep trying, which I was up for it. Like, nothing against that. So with Prince, I feel like I will always have love for him regardless of whatever happens. Though some people still feel like he didn't like me, I don't care, to be fair.
Yeah.
I feel like I expressed myself the best way possible. He expresses himself the best way possible. And if he comes out the house, something could transpire. I don't know. It really just depends on the vibe when he comes outside.
The vibe.
But I'm here. Yeah.
Some people did speak about this conversation that you had with Prince regarding Dorothy, because you had said something about whenever he's having conversation with Dorothy, it seems like he's happier,
Okay.
he's more lively and all that.
Yeah.
People want to know, was that an insecurity that was speaking? What
Yeah.
really was that?
I'm not insecure. That wasn't an insecurity. It was more so him being like more professional when he was having conversations with me.
Okay.
I felt like he was very serious when it came to us.
Yeah.
But when he was with Dorothy, he was like, free, goofy, just a different side of him.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you can show that side. You don't always have to be uptight.
Mhm.
Because that's how I am sometimes. So when I really like somebody, I forget, because I'm a goofy person naturally. I sometimes forget. I'm just like, I'm very like, formal.
Yeah.
And I just wanted him to just be free. So
Okay.
that was what the conversation was about. Like, be goofy. Like how you're goofy with Dorothy.
Exactly.
Show me that side.
And I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, now it gets a bit confusing because we wondered why you were particularly concerned about Neo's compliment on your hair and the conversation that you had with
Different stories,
Erica. If given the chance, I should say, if there was a window, right? Could there possibly have been anything between you and Neo? Did you have a crush on him? Is he your spec? Like, what really was there?
You people are killing me. First of all, which hair did he compliment? Which one? Remind me first.
This was last week.
So that week.
Yes.
Okay, I guess he really liked it. But
I mean, he did, and other guys as well paid you compliments.
So why is it just Neo you're focusing on?
Because it seemed like you were more interested in it. There are so many stories that are, and there are certain things that we might not have seen. But thank Ibuka
I think
for just always giving us information, more inside information.
I think that was very one-sided, to be fair. But I'm here to stand my ground. I do find Neo very attractive, but never have I said that I liked him. I think people need to understand the difference between finding someone attractive and liking them. If you find someone attractive, it doesn't necessarily mean haha you like them. You don't have to do anything for. I can easily just say, okay, I find you attractive, okay, bye. You don't ever have to see me again.
Yeah.
But if there was a window, would I have pursued anything? Meaning, if V was not in the picture. If him and V were ever an item, I couldn't have done anything. I feel like that would have been very embarrassing to me and a shame on my character. So no is the answer.
So no is the answer.
Correct.
All right, Wathoni. It seemed like when Lilo left the house, you kind of were getting close to Eric. Was there anything between you and Eric?
Feelings, no. Maybe not yet. But there was a connection.
There was.
Yeah.
Do you think if he had stayed longer in the house that there could have been something?
I'm not sure. Because, to be honest, there's always a connection with BrightO from the onset.
Yeah.
Because after the house, I looked at my story in the house from day one, and I'm like, there was always this BrightO thing from the onset. So maybe not with Eric. Maybe not.
Maybe not with Eric.
Yeah.
All right, then let's move to Tricky T for a second, because I know that you did mention that Tricky T said, if I wasn't in a relationship, I probably would have pursued you. However, in the diary room, he did refer to you as, she's like my sister. Was there anything going on? Did you think that he liked you? Did you think he saw you as a spec?
One thing I know for sure is he always looked out for me.
Yeah.
So I was probably like his little sister. but he maybe felt more. I'm not sure. But I know that one thing for sure is he always looked out for me.
Okay. BrightO. Why did you, because I remember sitting down there and I was like, but I saw BrightO and I heard him say this. Why did you tell Ebuka, or why did you lie to Ebuka that you didn't say that Neo was not being himself? Because I remember that day that you actually said Neo wasn't being himself. So why did you not tell the truth?
No, it was the way Ebuka asked me the question. You understand? Because after that eviction show, I went to Neo and I had a conversation with Neo and we worked everything out. So what I said, I didn't see anything from a bad angle. It was actually on a positive note, as a matter of fact. So that was why I debunked the question Ebuka asked me. But like, man, I can't remember saying that because I took the question from the wrong angle. So that was why I said, man, I don't remember saying that. Yes.
But do you think that you intentionally were like instigating certain things in the house, maybe shaking tables, causing wahala and kasala to boss? Did you do that intentionally?
Not really, no. Intentionally, no.
So it just flows like that.
Flows? I don't understand. What do you mean by flows? Maybe I might ask you to do something and probably go and do it wrong way. So it's not my fault.
So it's not your fault at all. I have been asking the ladies about relationships, and let me ask you, what was the dynamic between yourself, Wathoni, and Dorothy? What was that relationship between the three of you? Because it seemed like a triangle.
We are very cool friends. I like Dorothy. Yeah, cool friends, very cool friends. I like Dorothy because she's funny. Like I think she's the funniest female housemate. So
yeah,
she's full of energy and all that. On the other hand, I'm always close to Wathoni. Like we talk like for a very long time. So when you have a conversation with someone over and over again, I think there's this attachment that you guys will have and all that. So I think I'm more closer to Wathoni than more than Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Exactly.
So because I remember that time where I think you were having a conversation with Tolani Baj, and Tolani was now saying, listen, if you don't want anybody to come to your bed, tell them not to come to your bed. Because it seemed like you had given an invitation to the two ladies. Because I remember that day, they were whispering, oh, he told me to come to his bed. Oh, he told Dorothy to come to his bed. So what really was that? Because you eventually started getting closer to Wathoni. So could it be that you actually chose Wathoni over Dorothy?
About giving an invitation to my bed, I think Wathoni or Dorothy, you're not the first to lay on my bed, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And that one is actually not an issue. But about choosing Wathoni over Dorothy, I think since I talk more with Wathoni, I should always be around her. And she's very, very interesting and I like her, so that's why I always took her.
To add more Jara to what he said, that question, that if you don't want anybody come to your bed, I said that's for Kaisha, not Wathoni. It was more so Kaisha will always just go to his bed without an invitation.
Yeah.
And I remember telling him like, if you cannot, like, if you don't want her to be in your bed, then just say it. But he always said that he never wanted to hurt anybody's feelings. So
he's the nice guy.
It wasn't Wathoni or Dorothy. It was Kaisha.
Alright guys, then let's play a very quick game. But before getting into that game, don't worry guys. It's not like
it's not uptight.
It's not uptight. It's not like the Betway games as well. But I'm gonna be asking you about that. What was your favorite thing about the Betway games, arena games?
I guess just not knowing what to expect.
Yeah.
I'm lying. That was my favorite thing. I think just entertaining the viewers, to be fair, because I was just doing it to catch cruise. I don't think I was doing it to win. I would hope to win, but when they call me, I'm just there running, laughing, smiling, and just having a good time. So I think that's my favorite thing about the games. Yeah.
What about you, Wathoni?
The favorite thing was looking forward to not being buzzed out. But I think that happened like almost all the time.
Okay.
And I came to terms with it. And yeah, I just enjoyed myself, really.
Yeah, which is very important. What about you, BrightO?
I think I enjoyed every bit of the game. The rush, the adrenaline, the challenge and everything. So I enjoyed every part of it, even the sport trivia. Man, it was fun.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
Alright, let's get into the game. It's called What It Is. Then you let me know who in the house, currently, past, present, future, is most likely to. Okay? And All of you have to answer at the same time so that you don't see each other, look at each other's faces to pick.
Are you gonna count?
Well, I won't. I'm just trusting that you'd say immediately. So immediately I say it, I'm just expecting you to say the person's name. So I want to hear all the people. So think about it. Don't really think about it. Don't dwell too much on it, because it's a game. So. Who is most likely to stage a coup in the BBNAIJA house?
So what?
Stage a coup.
I don't understand your question.
Stage a coup. Take over BBNAIJA house. Take over Big Brother's position. Stage a coup.
Oh.
Coup d'etat. Do you not understand that?
No, do you understand? Can you elaborate?
I do, but
A coup.
Break it down. You say coup.
When you take over government. Do you not know that? When you take over
don't know
government.
that. No.
No, you don't know that.
We don't know
Wow.
that.
Let's move on to the next one.
No. We want to understand the question.
Who is most likely to stage a coup, take over the BBNAIJA house?
Currently in the house right
Yes, in the house.
now. Who is also?
You think I was okay?
Also, yeah.
Alright, so who is most likely to intentionally oversalt the food that is being cooked for everyone?
So what?
Oversalt the food that is being cooked for everyone.
If I say this now, you can shake the.
It will just say it. It's a game. It's a game. The past housemates have actually said.
I know, but I'm not ready. I know it.
You're not ready.
I'm not ready. Bright, tell us your answer.
Tolani Baj.
Okay, that's cool.
Y'all are not good sports. Y'all are not good sports. Okay, who is most like? Which couple in the house is most likely to get married?
Neo and B.
I don't know.
Y'all are you're killing my game. Y'all are killing me.
I don't know.
Neo and B.
Neo and V. Okay. Who is most likely to be late for their own wedding?
Me.
You.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is most likely to run for president?
Also.
Kidwaya. Okay. Who is most likely, and you have to listen to this carefully, and listen, it's just a game, okay? So just relax. Who is most likely to pretend that they found hair in their food so that they don't have to pay for the food?
Yeah, I know I've done it before, sir.
Tolani Baj. Tolani Baj.
God bless America. Literally.
You've done that before.
I've done it before, yeah.
Alright, lastly, who is most likely to win BBNAIJA lockdown?
Ozolikon.
Wire. Kid wire.
Most likely to. I'll say Prince.
Prince. Fantastic. Alright guys, what should we look forward to coming from you?